Who is a better match for Olivia Wilde? Is it her new, possible boy toy Harry Styles? Or her ex-fiancé and father of her children, Jason Sudeikis? You know, that guy from Saturday Night Live and a few cheesy comedies. Let's let the stars decide. If you're new here, welcome to Celebstrology, where we analyze celebrities and their astrology. Today, we are going to give a brief overview of who Olivia and her two suitors are according to the stars. And stay tuned until the end, where I give my final assessment as to which man is the better astrological match. Olivia is a Pisces, which is dreamy, romantic, creative, and sensitive. It is a very forgiving sign and doesn't believe anything in life is black or white. Everything is in shades of gray. Pisces are flexible and adaptive and don't tend to get too stuck in their ways. She is open-minded and intuitive, but lacks the ability to set clear boundaries. Someone with her astrological composition needs a steady partner to anchor her. Jason is not that kind of guy. He was born on the Virgo-Libra cusp, making him flexible and adaptive too, but also capable of being a self-starter. This is usually the trendiest part of the zodiac, which probably helps him write comedy that is timely and relevant. It is also quite feminine, and so is Olivia. So while they may understand each other very well, their relationship may feel more like friends. Neither is really comfortable being the leader. And while some relationships are great with equally balanced partners, I personally think someone as unstructured and amorphous as Olivia would do better with someone who is complementary to her rather than similar. Harry Styles is an Aquarius, which is a bit steadier. Since he was born in the middle of a season, in this case February for winter, he is a fixed sign, which means that his personality is more consistent. Other examples of fixed signs are Taurus for spring, Leo for summer, and Scorpio for fall. Are you a fixed sign? Even though Aquarians pride themselves on their open-mindedness and big-picture thinking, they do so only to a certain extent, and then get set in their ways. Aquarians are also creative, but someone who values having an open mind is very different than someone who likes changing their mind. So yes, Harry is indeed a bit steadier and more in control, but there are still plenty of problems here. Aquarius loves analyzing feelings, but hates actually feeling them. It is a sign with deep, powerful emotions that are largely inaccessible to them. Aquarius tries to intellectualize and explain its secretly sensitive nature and puts head over heart. Well, why did Olivia fall in love with Jason Sudeikis in the first place? It was probably his Pisces moon that spoke to her and knew how to connect with her emotionally in just the right way. Unlike Harry Styles. If you're new here or at astrology in general, the difference between your sun and moon sign is this. Your sun sign is what you want in life. Your moon sign is what you need. They are not always the same thing. Jason Sudeikis has this secretly super sensitive, creative Pisces moon that needs emotional connection and freedom of imagination. While his normal self is more grounded in reality, his emotional self is all about connection and romance and living life without any structure or boundaries. These are the same things that Olivia values, and with her sun sign in watery Pisces, she is almost like a mermaid living on Earth. And he can actually keep up with the intensity of her feelings. Few people can, so I can see why they got as far along as they did. But Olivia Wilde has a complex personality, and the plot thickens. Her moon sign is in cool, casual, light, upbeat, cosmopolitan Gemini that can't stand to be smothered or bored. She can't just run off into her fairy tale dream world like a normal Pisces. She needs mental stimulation too, and needs a guy that understands her dreamy emotions, but doesn't make her feel trapped or stymied either. Knowing this, it isn't a surprise that they were engaged with 2 kids but never actually tied the knot. Olivia has deep fears of boredom and stagnation. which makes Harry Styles a great match for her desire to keep life interesting, dynamic, and limitless. He has a moon in Libra, which is all about intellectual balance and conversational charm. He doesn't weigh her down at all and rather lifts her up. They feed each other's desires to be unique, special, and unconventional. Jason Sudeikis wants to live life firsthand. Harry Styles wants to have distance and evaluate the world from afar, which Olivia probably finds scintillating and exciting in just the right way. She prefers a mental thrill to a passionate adventure like someone with a lot of fire signs in their chart. He understands her moon sign need to always keep growing and never settle down and stay in place, at least mentally and intellectually. But I don't think that's enough for a long-term partner for her. She needs someone who is equally good at talking and thinking and hugging and cuddling. Harry is better at the first one, Jason at the second. Neither seems to match her duality and complexity. Jason is a sweetheart and a teddy bear, which makes her feel loved but smothered. Harry fancies himself an intellectual, which makes her feel energized and alive, but probably also alone and disconnected at times. Let's finish by looking at the romance signs and see if we can find the winner. Although, I've got to be honest, I'm not really feeling either of these guys for her. Harry Styles seems very much like a rebound astrologically. He has all the things that Jason lacks: mental breathing room and overall steadfastness and consistency. But it's almost like she overcompensated and forgot to find someone who has her same warmth and lovingness. Harry Styles' astrological birth chart is very distant and aloof. Olivia's Venus sign, which is more of what you're attracted to in your dating style, is in Aquarius. Quirky, cool, and cerebral. Her Mars sign, which is your general energy, vibe, and sexuality, is in Scorpio. Intense, heavy, and deep feeling. There is no way that Harry Styles can fulfill her here. He's probably drawn to her Scorpio serious, edgy vibes, but just can't match her intensity. She will drown him in her emotions once they are fully unlocked, but that can take lots and lots of time in the sign Scorpio, which likes to have walls up and is guarded. She is ultimately going to be too much for him to handle, as his romance signs Venus and Mars are both in Aquarius too, which needs space and distance that Olivia will almost surely take personally. Is Jason any better? Meh, not particularly. His romance signs aren't a great match for her either. His Venus is in Leo, which works and means he is much more fiery, passionate, and a bit of a showman when it comes to dating than when he is settled down at home. She probably liked his warmth and fun side there. But his Mars is in Gemini, which just doesn't cut it. His personality nor vibe isn't strong enough for her. He is not too sensitive for her liking, but he is too flexible. She needs someone powerful and raw like her. Jason has no edginess to him. Her Mars in Scorpio makes her secretly very hardcore, and that's simply not his way.
My most important advice for being a badass woman in Hollywood or anywhere else: trust your gut, trust your instincts, know who you are, know your why, and don't let anybody get in your way.
Deep down, he is the nice guy. She wants someone who has his same true kindness, but with more assertiveness, magnetism, and force. They obviously had a very strong connection uniting their relationship of around a decade and a meaningful union, but at the end of the day, something was probably missing. I actually think the issue here is more with Olivia's birth chart. With her sun and moon in very different signs, one's sensitive and dreamy and loving, and the other cool, casual, and cerebral. Her wants are very different from her needs. She is emotional and complicated and very hard to please. It's going to take an extremely unique person who can both understand her and complement her dynamic personality. So, who is the winner in this face-off? Who should Olivia choose, Jason Sudeikis or Harry Styles? Honestly, neither are an ideal match, but of these two, the stars have spoken. Jason is clearly the better choice. Do you agree with my assessment? Do you think Jason and Olivia will get back together? Is Harry Styles more than a rebound? Let me know your thoughts, and please subscribe if you would like to see more videos like these on celebs and their astrology. Also, please make sure to leave a comment or like on this video so we can grow the channel out of this world. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.